Meanwhile, we take a peep at some delights to come on BBC One in What the Butler Saw.
Tomorrow. Welcome. Welcome indeed to Horsebottom Towers. My name is Zebediah Quine, and I have worked for the family in their servitude for many years. But enough of this tarantula. I bid you enter the portals of the soul. I'd like to point out at this stage that the alcohol is purely medicinal. I have to keep my clack moist. Which I do frequently. Of course, you can well imagine the cost of the upkeep of these stately old piles is quite considerable, as I know to my bitter cost. I have great trouble keeping my piles up. But after all, there's no place like home.
Have you got my evening paper?
Yes, thank you.
What is going on, Beryl?
It's Dallas, and Trevor and I found out we both follow it. Now, please, dear.
Oh! Well, I want to watch the snooker on the other side.
Please, please. Go and watch your snooker on the set in the kitchen, dear.
It is black and white, Beryl. I won't be able to tell what colour their balls are.
I'd better put the bottle down, otherwise I'll be perspiring. This horse actually ran in the derby. It came last, and his lordship was furious. Because all the family silver was on it, you see. There was no room for the jockey. You compliment out some more interesting artifacts here. My goodness, what's this here? A lot of people, when they see this painting, go, hello, hello, because it's the most unique piece. This was purchased from Germany in Brest, and many of us firmly believe it's the original Fall Madonna with the big boobs.
Love is where you find it, should be blinded, it's all around.
Madam Edith has an unusual voice. René, was it trained?
Oh, yes. But it escaped and returned to the wild.
Look at the state of this place. Plenty of paint on the portraits, but none on the walls. It certainly needs a few brush strokes. With the lordship's permission, I can get the decorator from the village. Apparently, it's quite a ladies' man.
Would you like a man's opinion on that dress?
Yes. Where is he?
See, with your eyes and neck, two things occur to me. One matches the colour and the other the line.
Do you talk to yourself a lot?
That dress is saying something to me.
Oh, dresses talk to you as well, do they?
Yes, it's saying that his first outing should be to an Italian restaurant, because it conjures up the warmth and passion of that lovely country.
It's made in Taiwan, actually.
The gardener's spouting off again. Him and his damned hose pipe squirting everywhere. Always makes me feel slightly uneasy. Now, you'll have to excuse me, I'll have to pay a visit to the boys' room. Oh. This is a very interesting plant. We call this the Lenny Henry plant because it comes up every week in a different disguise.
You made yourself a bad enemy, kid. Check your shadow, watch your door, because I'm coming after you, kid. And when I find you, I'm going to tell your mum.
Go on, get stuck in. Go on. There's two green fly here. I'm a little bit of love-making. Everybody does it. This bloom is something we're never too sure. We never know what to make of it. So we've called it the Kenny Everett plant.
Welcome to Susquehanna Point, W128QT. Just a little old place, you know, but it's what America's all about. Only got one doctor here. If you want a second opinion, you go back and ask him again.
This one in particular, very interesting bush. And this was planted by an abbot. And we call it a Russ Abbot.
I think I'll avail myself of your local brew.
Pills?
No bad language in here.
So you have been skiing, oui?
Yes, indeed.
On the piste?
Not yet, we've only just ordered.
I'm sick and tired of doing this day in, day out. Oh, my flushes, I'm going over again. Sick of it. I do the place all on my own. The state of that. You'd think they could afford a new one. I just can't seem to get going these days. Nothing's happened this morning. Not a pot washed or a sausage pricked. And I've got to get cracking because every second counts.
Me Feng, you PN.
No.
Ah, so?
sliced fish and lice, okay? Now.
I'm not the woman I was. I lost my husband. He's not dead, I just lost him. He was a wonderful man. He was captured by the Japanese in the fall of Singapore. And they cut him in the chin off. He was never the same after that. We had 25 years in sickness and in health.
Oh, that first gulp. Ooh, it hurts. And to persevere.
Oh, so my God. Because it's sticking into me. Oh, this place does give me the creeps. You see that thing on the wall? Must be going into hell of a lick. Apparently they call that a moose. I'd hate to see the rats. Who'd want to live in a place like this? Only fools and horses, in my opinion.
Listen, you know, before you go home, you ought to come round to the flat, you know, and we could have a chat about old times, and, you know, you can stay for tea.
You mean dinner?
No, we get dinner down the market. I meant tea, you know, proper tea.
Oh, thanks, I'd love to.
I was going to invite you for tea, I know. How about tomorrow night?
Yeah, well, yes, tomorrow's fine by me, sweetheart, yes.
Damn well sick of this grouse shooting season. Oh, tell me, God, I nearly shot myself. I think I have. Actually, I shot 3 last week. I got the Butler in the armoury, but his speech is much better now. I can't do this place on my own. I need help.
William Shakespeare never wrote on no walls, did he?
Well, William Shakespeare never had no felt-tip pens.
Well, if he had, I bet he wouldn't have wrote Wind in the Willows on the back of a Renshaw Street bus shelter.
Yeah, well, seeing as he never lived round here.
If he never lived around here, how did he manage to call himself after that pub on the Dock Road?
His lordship's at it again down there. His always tinkling on that piano. That's why the paint's coming off. You must think this flaming place is Maplins.
Heidi, hi.
What on earth was that? Perhaps it's a cuckoo. Oh, you're the champions from the BBC. I'm sorry I wasn't dying to greet you when you arrived. But last night her ladyship was somewhat frolicsome. And she has been like that since the first attack at Khartoum. And that's why I had a late breakfast. Cheers.
Talking of late breakfast, it might be just a little bit sooner than you think, because I'll be back with a brand new series of the Late Late Breakfast Show. And for telly addicts, there'll be mind-boggling questions such as, what is the biggest prize on British television?
Why, a blankety-blank checkbook and pen. What the hell's that?
Hi, Fatty! I'm here, yeah, and I've got your blankety-blank checkbook and pen, and you're not having it back unless you tell them my programme's brilliant. Yeah. Yes, fans, Roland Rat the series, coming soon on BBC Three. Yeah.
Well, I'll kill that flaming rat, and if I don't, the critics will. I'll bet he's responsible in this molehill. I'm fighting a losing battle. I'm going round in ever-decreasing circles. Ooh.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, love, sorry. I've got this manure coming and I want to keep on top of it.
You will have a bath before you come to bed, then.
Anne? Why is it that I get molehills and Paul doesn't?
Charisma?
Have to go now, because his lordship's at it again. You know, the only thing that keeps me sane round here is my carrot. Thank you, Jasper. All right. Look at me when I'm talking to you. I say, you chaps, how about some remuneration for all the amenities and facilities been proffered for today's exercise? Eh? Anything will do. Check. Some Nelson Eddies, I believe is the phrase. What about something towards the TV license stamps? Any damn thing. I say, don't you dare. Come back. Great Scott. Come back. You hear me? Damn their eyes. Well, that's the BBC for you.